And this title is part 3 real. I know it's a massive clickbait, but there are some similar things comparing to real Turkish Grand Prix. I mean, we have a driver in Mercedes, and he can win a title, and he might be the first ever driver to win a championship in ERO twice, or actually even 3 times, because he's the only one to win in F2 and F1. I know in separate seasons, but still, it is a thing. This time he has a chance to win the title for the 2nd time in a row, and his name is Max Rowe, or actually Max. He just has to score 8 points. He just needs to be 6, and he is the champion. And the history will happen. Okay, we already got calculations from Mikulici. As it's like Max has to be, I have already counted that, but Max has to get 6th place and he will get the championship. If Luke is first or gets the fastest lap, then 6th place. And if Luke doesn't win doesn't get the fastest lap or pole position point, this means Max will just have to be, I guess it'd be 7. And I cannot spot Juanita, so it depends who will become the first, who will take the seat of McLaren. Well, I'm already picking Spectator and Luke needs to pick a car. On my way to prepare the stream a bit, because it needs to be streamed. This is my last race where I commentate, I guess, before my two races break. 2 weeks. Did I tell years? I guess. Okay, here I am. ERO F1 League race. We still have 2 minutes to go, and there is no Juanita, and Luke doesn't have a car. Jasper's there already. I need thumbnails. ERO thumbnails. S4 F1, and there we have Hungary. Well, I will turn on chat on English. F1 2020 game. Live chats. Always in. No, I only need something like F1, Turkish Grand Prix, Hungarian Grand Prix, Turkey, Istanbul. Yeah, you know, just some advertisement stuff. I need Luke to pick a car. And about the connections, only Javier and Jasper have both 1 digit only. While waiting for Juanita, he says the mighty word "bra," and I guess he will be joining pretty soon, but he is just joining on the last moment possible, like always. Alright, here is something. We have theoretically an hour, but I need Juanita to ask if he's joining, because I don't understand. Two minutes of delay, but still. Okay. And I'm going to change the title to the normal one. Hope we just got people who are interested in sim racing. There's one seat in McLaren. Okay, is he joining finally? I mean, we need him. Why? Okay. 19 drivers currently. We're waiting for one seat in McLaren. I'm inviting Juanita for the 100th time. And I'm going to check some messaging stuff. Yeah, it's working, it's everything on. Reminder to hit likes. Maxime in his name, yeah. Don't expect too much. And I'll just invite Joexel on the way. In. Well, we can just ready up. Mikulici will be joining as a spectator. And we can go. He was late and that's it. Alright, the session is starting. Hungarian Grand Prix is starting. The race where Max Rowe can claim his second title in F1 and third in general. This might be a piece of moment. Welcome everybody. We are starting the race as soon as your Joexel, I don't know if to say Joexel or Joexel. Well, let's keep with Joexel. I need to ask him anyway. To pick his tires, and lobby is going to start pretty soon. Okay. Full grid today with a bit of reserve drivers since Juanita messing up with us, but still we have Joexel as a reserve. Then we have Julian in Racing Point replacing Dux, and a bit of Brett already retired. Is that a quality ban? I need to check this out because yes, I know I'm not preparing at all for the streams. I know that V19 has a bit of points collected and penalties, but Brett, is he doing last to first challenge? I don't know. Okay, since drivers are going out of the garages and no one, and we have a bit of people on the outlaps, I'm going to turn on everything and maybe go for a bottle of water because I need it. Otherwise I'll be tired so much. I'll be back around 16.00. Faster. 25 seconds faster. Okay, welcome everyone again for the third time I say that. What's up? Today we are watching if Max Rowe can claim his second title in a row after an impressive series of 9 consecutive wins, starting from Vietnamese Grand Prix and ending in Spanish Grand Prix. Also gets a series of 10 victories on track because he won in Japan, but later got a penalty for taking champ out. 10 seconds, and it ended up with a 3rd place. But also he has a series of 11 podiums in a row. Well, in only one race you didn't go to podium. This is so impressive, this is so brilliant. Now he's starting his hot lap. Jesper retires from the session, and it's turn 5 with its first victim. Jesper start last with Brett. Anyways, we have at the end of the lap, because this is the most important question. It's Luke or one of the Alpha Tauris ahead. It's Halfman probably. No, it's Patrick on the Alpha. So we'll stay with champion on season 2. Still in Williams it was. But now Luke is racing in Ferrari for 2nd season in a row. And he's fighting for the 2nd place in the championship. He has 132 points. He goes to the fastest lap of 113.8. And that's a piece of a lap. Let's see what Renaults can do. It's probably V19 crossing the line now. 115.2. That's a piece of a gap. We have already more and more drivers crossing the line, but I don't see... Is that a... Yeah, it's Libanov span. On the main straight. Does he have a damage? I don't know. He has 124.1, and that's a time he will surely beat. Maxro has invalidated lap. Also we have Jagijan already outscoring Luke with 113.5. Meanwhile, his teammate goes to pits. It's Nurluzak who won the first race of the season, and the only race winners in season 4 are Axel, who is unfortunately a reserve only right now, and Luke, who claimed his victory in Italy. About 2nd Ferrari, Javier is close to cross the line. He's not doing as well as Luke. Oh, I need to check the championship, but he has scored points only 3 times this season. 5th place currently with 114.5, but I guess this time is going to be beaten. Trust Mike 113.8, Patrick 113.6. He really shows his class, as he got 4 podiums this season. 3 times it was 2nd, once it was 3rd. And he is fighting for position number 2 in the championship with Luke. But he has a piece of a gap, it's 25 points, so he needs to win a race, then Luke has to retire, and both drivers have equal points. Anything else on the standings will go 6. Max drove into the pit, so probably he will take new tires, and then we'll try another lap. Also we have Haas letting by everyone in between sectors 1 and 2. This is on the in lap, but still it doesn't matter, Champ is letting him by. Anyways, Champ capacity was broken. 115, it's only 115.001. I guess it's said no, but still. Jagijan after 3rd part of the pool is leading with 113.5. With almost 2 tenths ahead of Patrick. They have Trust Mike, Luke 53,000 of a second slower. And so on. I just mentioned the top 4, breaking 114. Meanwhile, Maxter, we need to tell about him a bit. He probably won't be as dominant as he has done it for the majority of this season, as he has changed his steering. He is no longer in the pad, but he's now racing with a wheel. I'm not gonna tell which one, but you can guess. V19. Wait, did V19 have a quali ban? He has 7 penalty points. Well, I didn't realize that fact. Okay, why? Okay. Typical questions from Juanito. You still have unreported absence. V19 retires from the session, so that's kind of quali ban. He will still start 3rd last, if everyone else on the track improves, except Brett or Jasper, who are both crashed out. Meanwhile, reminding you, yeah, only 3 likes, you know what to do with that. You know how to help YouTube algorithm to decide which league is best to promote. As Julian goes 2nd with 13.6, so it's 94,000 seconds slower than Jagiellonia still. Jagiellonia currently stays unbeatable. Meanwhile, Nurozer is starting his lap. I see also both Mercedes drivers in Sector 2, but they are on out laps. But Loki is pushing, so let's stay with Racing Point driver, who has got only one podium this season in Abu Dhabi, but he has potential for more. He's currently 6th in the championship with 58 points. We have seen an incident in Sector 2, but I won't switch to that. So right now Loki crosses the line and he gets position number... He stays on track. I don't know what's the reason. 150.7. He probably wants to beat this lap time but on medium tires. I don't know what is kind of his tactics. He's letting Mercedes by. I can see Nurozer in Sector 3. Meanwhile, Jagiellonia is starting cold lap. I can see the messages. I will check them soon. Nurozer goes into 7th place with 140.1. While Williams in Yarrow is way better than Williams in Real F1. Well, I don't think Jasper, because I have spotted some crashes in F2 and F3 on this turn. Well, you're not the only one. But the race matters. There are 26 points to get on it. And I switch to Max. Crash someone on start to replay your actions. Come on, Juanita. Max rolled the 8th. Where is his dominance? You will say. Well, if he just changed his steering, I did tell you. Meanwhile, I need to check how our drivers' tires. Everyone has the best lap time on softs only. Champ has mediums as fitted tires and he's on the outlap, locking up heavily. I will just turn off these tires options. And I will tell you one thing. Julian makes the fastest lap of the qualifying session with 130.4. But I didn't mean this. I mean, you see the spectator menu. I need to start using this, which is switching right now. The driver's menu that I can go to the panel spectate and we can see him on the Sector 1. But I'm switching to Ferrari. No, both are out laps. Let's see what is Javier doing. He is on the end of his hot lap. And the Italian now goes out of the last turn, crosses the line, and he gets the position. He doesn't even improve. Okay, let's switch to Mercedes. Max is in Sector 3. What about Axe? He's also in Sector 3 without ERS. You can also spot at Alfa Romeo and Alfa Tauri both actually on the outlaps, unless it's Nizzo. No, Nizzo is on the Sector 2. We will switch to one of the Williams or not. Jagiellonia is not pushing at all. He's going to the pits. Julian is also going to the pits. What about Haas's? It's Champ only on the track, as Brett is going to start last. And there he goes to cross the line and improve his lap time, but it doesn't give him anything, even top 10. Meanwhile, Livanov finishes, goes 10th with 140.4. He says that Hungary is one of his favorite tracks. And this may bring a better result for him than usual. Remember his 6th place in Spain. I know it was 5th on track, but still 6th after penalties, or actually penalty removals. When I was switching to the Ferrari of Javier, he's coming to the pit. Patrick, Sector 3, and he gets the fastest Sector 2. And with 2/10 of advantage between his best lap time and the current one, he can get into 2nd, but we will stay with him until the last corner. We still have 6 minutes to go in this qualifying session. And he doesn't even outscore Jagiellonia. It's only 1:13.536, while Jagiellonia has 1:13.506. Yeah, finally I know what it is. It's O. But just an off top. Meanwhile, Luke goes through the last corner. We have yellow track in sector 1. Luke goes 4th. AlphaTauri is on track in its houseman. He told us to not expect a lot. But we'll see what AlphaTauri driver can do. He hasn't scored the podium yet in this season, 140.4. And let's check if I'm right. Yes, his best result was 4th. And sorry for that little thing I did. 11th place, 41 points if you ask. Meanwhile, Housen's on the in lap, so let's check how is Yoexel doing, because he and Drunkard's still haven't done the hot lap, and Drunkard's time will not make his hot lap for now, because he spun outside turn 1, and this isn't the best performance Domino could do. Meanwhile, Yoexel goes 7th with 113.9. Well, that's a spin. There is a spin of Drunkenstein, like Crofty did say about Paris in Germany 2019. There's a spin of Sergio Perez, I remember that pretty well. Anyways, if this stays, Max will get the point. Look, it's 4th, then no matter what happens, he's the champion. Drunkenstein spins again. He can now use a reset to track because nothing will happen, but you can see he has absolutely no front wing. Can he do it into the pits? He's letting by one of the McLarens. I guess it's UXL. Well, still goes through the chicane on 2nd gear. But you can see he's way outside of the track. Without cutting the corners, it would take ages for him to finish this in lap. You can see he's going to the grass. But it was very unlucky from him. Meanwhile, Jagijan is 1.5 of a tenth faster than Julian, and can he get the pole position because he has purple sector 1. Also, I can see racing point of Julian on outlap. If he asks about this Julian, he's not done for. Fortunately for everyone in this league, to be honest. Meanwhile, Jagijan with a beautiful camera, he's losing almost over a second right now probably, and he is not going to improve his lap. He needs now to pit for new softs if he has one and try again. No, he is staying on track, and we'll see if he can improve. This time he still has 3 minutes to go, but look at his tires, like his softs are 1 lap old already, and a soft tire wears by around 4-5% per lap on normal racing mode. Needed to cough a bit because I don't know, to be honest. Meanwhile, is 2nd, and he's currently 1/10 slower. Goes through turn 4 with a little drift, but nothing major. Meanwhile, both Mercedes drivers are on outlap, and they are very close to each other into turn 3, I call it, because turn 2 isn't actually a turn 2. Jagijan again, no ERS usage, so we switch to racing point driver, or actually a reserve driver. Meanwhile, I announce a competition. The first one is for you to predict the results. Is Max going to win the championship today, or will we have to wait for Russia? Who is going to take the pole position? And also, I forgot what I meant. And also another competition. This is competition number 2, but it's for drivers. The fastest reserve driver is between UXL and Julian. This is a competition between them. Who is going to take the full-time seat in racing, because sadly Dukes cannot race anymore this season, but he will race in the next one in platform named PC. So we have another PC racer. Meanwhile, Julian crosses the line and improves further, because you can see 113.1. I could see also McLaren crossing the line, and you can see also it's very cloudy, like it's going to rain, and I haven't got a single message about that. Many of the drivers are on out laps, so let's stay with the one who is on hot lap probably, or preferably at the end of it. Where's Max? Max is behind Max. So the Frenchman is the first to cross the line, unless he has invalidated lap time. Let's see what the currently fifth sitter can do. Nothing, because he is invalidated, and he needs to rush into the line. I guess he'll take that penalty point for cutting the corner. No, he slows down. And this equals with no more chance to improve the lap. Let's see what his teammate can do. Axel is cutting the chicane so he doesn't make any problems for his teammate. And what maybe a future champion will do. As he goes to sector 3, is he improving anything? Goes around 2 times faster. That means he is around Vilzu's lap time. He's locking up into second last corner to the hairpin, and now we go with another one. As he crosses the line, time is up. This is the one last chance. He goes 5th with 1:30.7, so he hasn't lost his pace. Both Patrick has good invalidated lap times. Jagiello has finished. Meanwhile, Trust Mike on the way to end. I see one of the Alfa Romeo Citroens crossing the line right now. P8. Drunkard goes 7th, and now Trust Mike is going to cross the line. Sorry for the switching between cameras, but I cannot decide which driver to follow. Now Trust Mike crosses the line to get 4th place, and Max is only 6th. Someone else has been promoted, and Snizzle to 6th. Hudson to 14th. Libanov invalidated. Champ is crossing the line with medium tires. Also Loki tries that. He needs to be half of a second faster. Is it raining? I don't think so. Northern is finishing his invalidated lap. I will be on pole in F1 again. What? What was your lap time? Well, at least everyone who did the lap was faster than V19, so... Meanwhile, 2 people joined and left Discord, but it's just some minor news. It's the usual stuff. Look, first plus fastest lap, max 7th would be enough. Let me check it out. 26 for Luke, 6 for Max. Well, I need to say, Miku, it should be enough. It is enough. So basically, Maxro cannot be higher than 8th, and Luke has to get the fastest lap to still save the championship chances. And look at where we are. Julian 1st, Jagiello 2nd, Patrick 3rd, Trust Mike 4th, Luke 5th. Nizzo, Max, Axel, Drunkstein, Vilzu. That's the top 10. Then we have UX, Nuruzer, Javier, Hausman, Libanov, Loki, Champ, V19 with a qualifying ban, Jasper and Brad. And what I can say, let's go with Hungarian Grand Prix. I don't know if there is rain, but we will check this out. I still have time doing information. No, there is no rain actually on the race. This is dry completely, I guess. Meanwhile, we run a poll where on our Twitter account, which is on the description, who is going to win the is Maxro going to take the championship today or maybe next week? And you told us, 3 of you told us it's yes, that he will take the title, and 2 of you told us he will not make it today and will have to switch to Russia. Okay, I'm going to do a shortest advertisement ever. And we have formation lap. I know it's my keyboard on the background, but you know what I mean. Okay. Here you are, and also on Twitter, because we have formation lap. It's time to do it. The power of ERO, of course, is our hashtag that we use. And we will go with that. Meanwhile, Jasper is last in the formation lap. Okay, it's done. And maybe an additional ping for 2 people to join. Okay. Before the start I will show you the strategies, but there is one condition. You have to hit likes. Otherwise I'm not going to show you. Only 6, 8, 9, 10 and I will show you. The worst thing is I need to wait 10 seconds because of the delay. Okay, you can see proposed strategy by Pirelli. I have gone with soft medium in F2 division. Wasn't the worst performance, even though I did as Nana on lap 31. But if you didn't hit likes, I'm showing you the setup, the drivers and their tires. Top 10 on soft. The rest is like 6 drivers on mediums. Javier Hausman, Jasper Brett on hards. So I guess top 10 on 2 stop strategies. And the rest ones on medium hards or hards mediums. And right now we are just ahead of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Race 13 is actually the decider again. We have 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. It is going to be Jagijan or Julian into turn 1 in the lead. It slides out and away we go. And you can see already a timing glitch, but still, we have Jagijan going pretty well at the start, will to will with Julian, and he is going ahead down the inside. Sam Strasman in the 3rd. They have Luke in 4th, Patrick in 5th. Max is stuck around the midfield. And we can see Jagijan is taking the lead successfully. And Trasmike into 3rd place. Meanwhile, Luke goes wheel to wheel with Patrick for the 4th, and he goes pretty well ahead. Well, that was a calm start, to be honest. V19 and Javier on the last 2 places. Meanwhile, our table has fixed itself. Jagijan with a pretty great start. Overtook Julian into the lead of the race. We are now with Luke and Patrick because this is going to be one of the fights. These 2 drivers are fighting for the 2nd place in the championship. We don't count Access, he cannot race that often right now. And as you can see in midfield there were not many crashes, but now we have a first spin of this race and it's Nizo. Spun into position number 17, 18. There was a contact between him and one of the Alfa Romeo drivers, I guess it was. And he's now into 18th place, losing a lot of time. Meanwhile, Patrick overtook both Trasmike and Luke into 3rd, or it was again glitched? It's again glitched, okay. Now we have again people up ahead. As you can see, Max was gave 1 over a minute, Yerkser has lost over a minute. Well, that's good Masters. Jagijan calmly in the lead. Don't care about that Patrick. You can see in 5th place. Okay, it's mostly fixed. Top 7 is it's on proper order. Meanwhile, Julian seems that he is faster than Jagijan. He doesn't want to be behind him. Like no one wants to be behind any driver. Everyone wants to win. So we'll stay with top 2. We've already escaped by a second from Trasmike. And this time we are going into lap 3 and the DRS will be enabled. I know there is glitches. This is only lap 2, trust me. I know there are blue flags, but it happens. Meanwhile, Julian will try to use... Okay, there is no DRS. But Julian gets the fastest lap of the race so far. And can he go down the inside? No, he's not using DRS. This means he won't make it for now at least. This time again, he is only 4 tenths behind. And you guys know what? Still no moves by any of these drivers. But they are very close to each other, so we'll continue following them with an onboard of Racing Point, probably. From Racing Point's side, they had a happy weekend. They had a lucky, a pretty nice, and a very decent one in Real F1 in Turkish Grand Prix. Stroll with pole position, Perez with the third place. But on the race, I think that Racing Point has done the, let's be honest, stupid decision. Jaki Jean with risk time penalty. Stupid decision with taking Stroll for pitting again. You can see that by Perez's example, as he was in second place without a pit stop. Meanwhile, Axel overtakes Maxo. This is a kind of a rare thing, but Maxo has lost a place to that driver. Meanwhile, Nurse goes wheel to wheel with Frankenstein into the main straight. They are going with DRS. Frankenstein tries to fight back into the points places, and he goes down the inside with Nurse, and he is going to be ahead probably. Yes, it is. But no, they are still going wheel to wheel, and Nurse has regained a place. Meanwhile, you can see also we switch to them. Jackson fighting wheel to wheel with Julian, and Julian takes the lead into turn 4, and that was a piece of an overtake. Really good job made by the Racing Point driver, taking about the place where he belongs after qualifying. Hausman with the second time penalty, yellow flags in sector 2, and it's a spin-off Champ and Loki. They are both seems to be back on track, but in 2 last places. I don't know what was the reason, but there was probably contact between them. Meanwhile, don't care about Maxo's timing glitch. It shows, yes, it shows that he's a lap behind, but he isn't. He's right behind UXL, watching the battle between that driver from McLaren and Vilzu. And as you can see, he will have DRS. Vilzu's on the worn soft tires, as you can see. Also, Jackson goes into the pit. As right now, UXL has got an incident with Vilzu last race, last lap in Italy. What will happen this time? This time, clean overtake happens. There could be contact between them because UXL has done a poor corner entry. Went too deep outside, but still he keeps his 6th place. A great wheel-to-wheel battle between Julian. Okay, yellow flags in sector 1. I don't know what it is, but I guess it's Nizo coming out of the pit, and that's true. He hasn't even done anything. You look, cuts the grass a bit. You can see that all of the 3 drivers are fighting for the position number 2. And it's going to be a piece of battle. Yellow flags in sector 2. It's UXL spun, and he's going back on track behind Libanov. Into 10th place only. Libanov hopes for some more points into his standings. Meanwhile, Trasmek, yeah, I was right. I was thinking right. He's going to the pits. Not like Luke, not like Patrick, not like Julian. I guess they have pitted too early. I just compare this to my situation in F2, because I have pitted into lap 5. You can see already 4 drivers currently in the pits. Jagiello is going way ahead of them. This looks like a points position at least. And we can see a beautiful camera made by the helicopter. As you can see, Luke is still on the 2nd place. It's finished now. Press F to pay respects. For the helicopter man, that his camera is used around twice a race. Meanwhile, you can. This is more and more surprising. We know that Maxro is not going to be as dominant, but Libanov is chasing him into 5th place. Well, we know he has the pace, but I just wonder how Maxo is going to win the championship today. We'll invite him to be honest with the conference if he wins one. And the Frenchman is going to the pits. He defends his championship from season 3, but he's probably going to get it again if nothing happens. Luke has to win a race if he wants to keep his title chances. But he's 3.5 seconds behind Jagijan with the fast lap of the race, but remember that he also has a time penalty. Champ has gone ahead of Max, same as his teammate Axe. Meanwhile, we are switching to battle between Patrick and Luke. They are still only 4 tenths behind. Their pace is pretty much the same. It's identical. Right now, through the chicane we go, and still no moves it will be. But we can also see V19 being very close to Brad and Houseman on the ninth. 3 second time penalty for Max Rowe for multiple warnings, so he cut the corner 3 times and he got it. The 3 second time penalty. Meanwhile, Luke is into the pits. He tries an undercut on pub 3. This is an undercut attempt on the Romanian driver. I have to switch into onboard camera because you can see this is not the best view to watch the race. But we'll switch to Loki because he's attacking V19. And can he do it in P4 turn 1? Yes, he does. Meanwhile, Luke gets out of the pits on P15. Yes. Luke will stay behind the Ferrari, but this is a gap. We are switching into position number 9 because we have still a 4-way battle into position number 6. We don't count Jasper as he's at least a second ahead, but Jasper also gets the 3 second time penalty. Libanov on 4th place, chasing Nurluzer a bit. Oh, actually losing a bit of time. In sector 2, Nizo with 3 second time penalty for multiple warnings, and we got the worst camera possible again. And meanwhile, Julian goes to the pit, and what Patrick will try? He stays on track. You can see on the minimap. Well, that's a piece of a strategy. I don't think it's possible to make a one stop in Hungary while you are on softs. Soft to hards, but come on. Mediums are dead after 15 laps. Like 50%. Meanwhile, Jagijan tries to overtake Javier into turn 1 and he does the move into 9th place. Next step is to overtake V19. Come on, I don't understand that. I don't even know what I have said before, but still continue the fight for position number 4 because Houseman's only half of a second behind. And we have a spin into turn 4 and we have another victim of this corner. It's Javier. Dropping a lot of pace and he will probably come back ahead of Frankenstein. Does he have any wing damage? Fortunately not. How did he survive with one? And also Virzu has to bring back the position to Javier. Frankenstein cuts the corner completely just to avoid them. Meanwhile, we switch back into the battle for position number, I guess it will be 7. Meanwhile, I wanted to see to show you that this undercut has worked. Jagijan has done a great strategy and he's now around 4 seconds ahead of Julian. Okay, we'll switch to Jagijan because he's fighting V19 into turn 1 and he goes ahead pretty peacefully. Meanwhile, into Champ versus Julian, and now Julian goes ahead. But you can see, gap to leader, 10 versus 7, add something. Okay, I will switch off the tires because you can see one, or maybe I will show you position changes. V19 in the physical type penalty, but currently Jasper, okay, we have yellow flags and look, has done a spin. He has spun and this means his championship chances are 99% over. I don't want to announce that Max is the champion before the race finishes, but this spin means a lot. It says itself. It's over. For now. Still Luke has 25 laps. But he has to overtake like, what? 18 people. And you know that people like Jagic and Julian are faster. Patrick is equal. This means stay until the end of the race and we'll know the champion. Of course, remember to advertise it to everyone you can, because I can see the attendance is pretty poor, not even 8 people. I don't like it. Step the like button. Well, does Jagic have a wing damage, or it's just the game glitching a bit and putting... Is it? It's Max! This time it's Max who's spinning out in turn 1, so both title contenders have done at least one spin today. Well, that's the case. Yeah, I can just see that. Like, what? It's like 4 spins during this race. Well, actually 5 if we count also Loki spins as one and Champ spin as one, because then Javier, Luke and Max row. I have already did that. Check this out. No one is on soft. And Livanov is chasing the loser. He's still around 1 second behind. Meanwhile, okay, P19 was for a second 1 lap down, but it doesn't matter. As you can see, Jackson is stuck in the battle for the first place between Loki, Brett, Housen and Jasper. And Livanov is still fighting for the second, or for the first place. Why would he fight for the second while he's second? Meanwhile, Julian overtakes Strasmek into position number 9. Okay, I think it's enough time for showing the tires. Meanwhile, Strasmek couldn't make a move, but you can see how close is Jagic to Loki. And Loki, how close is he to Brad? And this means that we have around 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bite battle. And from 3rd to 10th. And also Julian tries to overtake V19 everywhere. Livanov still 7 times behind. I guess we'll pit for hard and go with them until the end of the race, because I don't think it's at least an average decision to make the 2 stops while starting on mediums. It's better to go in 1. Brett is fighting with Ralston, but you can see already Jagic is closing. Loki takes the inside line, now makes a mistake, and this opens a chance for Jagic to climb the 6th place. He does it with a pretty solid overtake and waiting for that Loki's mistake. Next step is Brad, then Houseman, Jasper, and he is free. And you can see that Julian is stuck behind V19. Lap 13 is now. And Axel overtakes Patrick into 11th. There was very close between them. For the 12th, sorry. But Axel goes for the P12 ahead of the Romanian. You know, that's kind of promise for Nizzle. And while we are switched instantly to... I don't understand it, but still. I just wanted to see what is behind Nizzle, and they didn't show us. Julian overtakes V19. That was a camera glitch. And one question, where are people? As Strasmek is trying to overtake V19 or not? Not this time, I guess. And Libanov is only 2 tenths behind Nurza, but will switch to battle between V19 and Strasmek goes ahead. Also, Jagic does the move on Brett, he is going ahead. And he will get 10 points currently. Yes, because he hasn't got the pole position. Libanov in second place will finally switch to him and Nurdozer because they are fighting for the first. And considering that there's around 20 seconds of time being lost during the pit, they are going to still be very out of points. Okay, this might be a point for at least one of those. Just for a 3-second time penalty, we'll switch to them battling and I will switch back to interval gaps. But right now Yagishan goes out of the corner, the last turn, and is he going to make an overtake on Hausen? This isn't possible as long as Hausen also gets the DRS. Yagishan tried to make a move down the inside, we're switching to Trasmak, is he going to make a move? Julian is not being helped by Loki. I mean, Loki doesn't have at all for Julian to win this, and meanwhile Yagishan finally does a move on Hausman and goes fourth. What a result made by the Turkish. Well, that was a Grand Prix today. Meanwhile, Haxe fights again with Patrick, and Patrick makes a move again. Jump gets the 3-second time penalty, and Alpha Tauri driver fighting for the second place in the championship. Okay, I see that. He's done it again. Maxer is that safe from the championship that he spins from losing a championship that he spins for the second time again. I don't understand. He is going dead last, and I didn't expect that at all. I knew he would be first now every time, but I was thinking top 5 it will be. Libanov and Nurdozer meanwhile both the pits, same as Loki. And V19 goes to the pits also, and this means Yaksha takes the lead from Jesper. And now he is ahead. Yellow flag in sector 3. Who is... I would be surprised if this was Marks, but it's Axis spinning out, having a massive wing damage. Still gets ahead of Libanov, but it's a case of time that he'll be overtaken. Is it that boring? No, because we have spins, because we have some battles. I know it is Hungarian. It's pretty much underrated track in terms of racing, you can see. Maybe it's harder than Britain, maybe it's harder than Italy, maybe it's harder than Belgium, or I don't know, to be honest what. Bahrain, but still, we can race. Who said you cannot paddle in Hungary? Julian tries to overtake Brad meanwhile. Is he going to make it? I see not this time. Murai Yagishan's over a second ahead of Jesper. Julian got the better corner exit than Brad did. I can also see Axel losing position to Yoexa, but it's just a case of spin. And can Julian go ahead of Brett? Not this. Okay, this happened. Brett will not defend his 4th place. Now it's Julian ahead. And now he fights Houseman. It goes with 2 overtakes. And literally 2 corners. Great job made by the Racing Point driver. Now it's time to chase Jesper. And meanwhile Trustmike fights Brett will to will. And who's going to be ahead? After turn 4. Then by the contact they kept it clean. But now Brett goes around the outside, tries to switch back. There was a contact, still he is ahead. Trasmike almost spins on the curb and stays behind of the past driver. And he goes into the grass, losing another 2 seconds. That is a piece of bad, but I think Trasmike went off track on his own. Meanwhile, Julian in the 3rd place. Will he catch Jesper finally? This is the question. Well, I better say it's okay to switch for both Dutch drivers into turn 1. Julian has the DRS, he is fast into turn 1, and he goes ahead of the driver who started on hards. Well, Jesper still has around 2 laps before he pits. 4 medium tires. Or is he going to do one stop? Yellow flags in sector 2. Javier in the pit. Axe overtakes Nizo, who goes back on track. Why there is a full safety car? I know this one has no front wing, but this rotates the race by 180 degrees. Master to the pits probably mediums. Well, I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect that, but there is a full safety car deployed on lap 18 and they're halfway through the race, and this is the moment where people are going to the tire strategy changes, because you don't know if you want to go on mediums, you want to go on hards. Softs are not counted because it's way too long distance to the line. If there was lap 25 to 30, then I would say okay, people may pit for softs. Jagijan goes to the pits for medium tires, and now Julian takes the lead. Fry Pepper, you told something about boring race. Here you are. Jasper and Trustmac will be doing two double stack. Now Red Bull is trying to make the tire change as soon as possible, but I guess Trustmac will be behind. Even Libenov probably no, he will be ahead, because Libenov is now going to the pit for mediums. Another strategy call, you see? Norther is probably having a glitch with Brett. No, there is no glitch. They are going with 6 and 7. And Julian with Patrick are joining the queue. And what you can see, Patrick is on the second place. Literally out of nowhere. Well, I'm just asking why there is a full safety car. I said it loudly, but there is. There is a safety car. Well, I need to make a better attendance, because you know this is a piece of a race right now. Well, publish it to the other server, thank you. This Discord making misclicks. Meanwhile, excluding Nizo, both Ferraris and both Mercedes are on last places. And Ferrari is ahead of Mercedes. I know Bottas was spinning multiple times today in Turkey, but as I didn't see Mercedes being as far as now. I know Max has retired once, but still. Lap 20 of the race, and it will start pretty soon, as soon as Nizo joins back on track, because he hasn't got a decent race, or at least even average. Maybe he himself calling a safety car, I guess never could be on purpose, but still, he calls a safety car and he can make a comeback. I'm not checking the time penalties. If I had a second commentator, he would do that, because I don't want to see you having a race director. You can see. Why would you? A safety car is deployed. We'll probably have one more lap behind it, or maybe we'll pick, maybe Bernd Mailander will pit this lap. I don't know. Remember to hit the like buttons, remember to advertise, and we have... Is that V19 out of the track with Libenov or Yoxel? Yoxel is. And this means both V19 and Yoxel are losing a couple of places. Probably because of the contact, or they have both spun. And to turn 5. Nice helmet V19, by the way. I don't like the eSport series thingy, but still. Safety cars in this lap. Into lap 21 we go. And we are going to restart Hungarian Grand Prix. It's right now Julian will decide when we restart the race. And he goes with full throttle after turn 14. I cannot say lights out and away we go, but let's say safety car out and away we go. Jakic is still warming up some tires to bring up some temperature, and we can see already it's Hausman and Brett wheel to wheel into turn 1, and Brett goes ahead of Hausman. What I need to say, Jesper, Brett and Hausman are literally saved because of that safety car from losing their places. Jackson seems to be a bit faster than Patrick. He is on new mediums. He's on the 3rd place. He is pretty close to Patrick and Julian. This means he can still win the race. We're switching to Lipanov being chased by Frankenstein into 11th. Through the chicane they go. And also Nizzo overtakes Maxro. And Maxro, just to clear it, he hasn't got the wing damage. Well, this is not the best race ever for Max. But still, Luke is not winning the champion. Luke is still losing the championship. Meanwhile, Frankenstein overtakes Lipanov into P11. And Lipanov loses a place, and it's now Yerxel chasing him now. Yerxel has ERS, but no DRS, because we need to wait one more lap before it is activated, before it is enabled, because there's a rule that 3 laps into the race or after the restart, 2 laps, sorry, DRS is disabled. We stay with Williams and AlphaTauri fighting for position number 2. It really helps Julian as he can get away of them. As right now Hausman gets the 3-second tire penalty for multiple warnings. Right now you can see that still Jackson's behind, but we'll wait into the main straight probably before the move happens. No one goes wheel to wheel right now. Luke overtakes Yerxel into sector 3. Same as Drunkage tries to overtake Champ. There was a contact between them, but still the Renault driver goes faster and is ahead. Yerxel spins and he's on the barrier, retiring from the race. How did he do that? DRS is enabled. There will be probably... Yes, he's out. Jackson overtakes Patrick into turn 1. I don't know why there is at least a virtual safety car. Why there's no virtual safety car, I mean. Champ fights back Frankenstein wheel to wheel. And Frankenstein is going ahead for permanently, I guess. Well, who has expected safety car? I have expected virtual one, to be honest. Oh, that didn't happen. One's got a safety car, up the safety car into sectors. Because Kev has crashed. Meanwhile, Javier with 3-second tire penalty for multiple warnings. Jesper now will try to overtake Patrick. Is it the chance for the Dutch driver to get the first podium this season? He's got the podium in every single season, but not in season 4. Now he has a time. Now he has a chance. Now he only needs to use DRS and overtake Patrick, no matter if down the inside or around the outside. What about other nationalities, Jeff? Meanwhile, Jackson makes the fastest lap of the race. Jesper has the chance to take first, and he goes down the inside, taking position number 3. This is a podium. This is a podium for Jesper currently. I don't know what penalties, but still he is ahead. Meanwhile, Javier fights Axe. We are switching it to the top 2. As Jackson is chasing Julian. By the way, what happens with Javier? He's losing another place. Max is watching the paddle. He's on the dead last. But Javier hasn't got any wing damage. You know, Julian has probably done a minor mistake. Libanov for a second time penalty for multiple warnings. He's a second behind Luke on the 13th. Luke with the 3-second time penalty too. So both of them got the penalties on literally the same sector, or what? Jackson of the DRS. Can now he overtake Julian? I guess it's still too far. It's the case of the next lap. They both have similar ERS usage and deploy. But now Jackson is faster. Can he get the first place? No, he doesn't. He still stays behind Racing Point driver. Maybe now, because there was a battle between them wheel to wheel and to turn 4. They are too far. Libanov fights Vuzu. I'm checking the mini-map. If anything happens, no. If there was a possibility to show you mini onboards like in real F1, I would show you this one. Libanov goes ahead of Finnish driver. And now also we can see Brett's vehicle spotting, but we'll stay with two leaders of this Grand Prix. Is Jackson finally going to overtake Julian for position number 1? He still has 10 laps to go, and these two corners, of course. Will he make it? That's the question. Max is right behind Javier meanwhile, and he is the champion right now, as it stands. Vinetin is on the dead last place. Now let's see, can Jackson make it into turn 1? Julian tries to go down on the inside line, and that might be a mistake. Jackson hits the DRS again, but it doesn't change anything. Now Jackson is faster. Julian is blocking the inside line, and Jackson has to go around the outside. They are going almost wheel to wheel. There could be a contact, but Jackson is still behind. He cannot overtake Julian for the first place. This defending is so hard, but it's also one of the best defendings I have ever seen. A pretty clean one. No contacts. Still keeping the place for another lap. These two drivers are going to fight for the podium until the end of the race. That's for sure. I mean, you can see Luke is almost going with the champ, but I need to switch to it. How is going the second place sitter in the championship currently? He's trying to go around the outside. They are literally very close to each other. And as it's the main straight, I'm switching back to Jackson and Julian. But Julian stays ahead. You can see that it wasn't the best lap of Jackson's life, and this means he still cannot overtake. Luke is far behind champ, too far to dream even about the attack. So we are back into the battle between Julian and Jackson. These two drivers are fighting for both of them. It could be the first victory, but also for Julian can be the first podium. For Julian, I guess I'm right, because Jackson has got 2 already. As right now, Champ is losing a couple of places. I don't know what is the reason. Nizo is crashing heavily. Is he causing another safety car? No, but he's back on track with the wing damage. Well, that was a crash, that was a spin. He's cutting the corner. And he'll probably pit again. Or maybe even retire from the race. But P90 is still fighting. Yes, Nizo retires. I told that. Perfect timing. Switching to Julian. And to turn 1 he goes. Can he overtake before... There cannot be a safety car. But Jackson goes down the inside into turn 1, and this time it works. He finally takes the first place. Julian had a little slide, losing a bit of time on it. And he's now half of a second behind. Now Jackson has a free space to go in. The champ is going into the pit, so he probably got the wing damage. Well, finally this works. But we will see. Because none of the battles are happening right now. Even Brett with Patrick. He's pitting for the new front. You can see he doesn't have any. Okay, switching back, you can see that Jagiellonia is spun by Julian. He resets to track, it's a 5-second time penalty. Big already given. He loses a place to Jesper, who might get the podium out of nowhere. And Jagiellonia is going with Patrick. Actually, in Patrick, because he has ghosting. Now he is spun and he'll probably report Julian, but he still has the 5-second time penalty and 1 penalty point for spinning, for resetting the track. Because why would you give penalty for spinning? Unless you do a dangerous situation on the track. Jagiellonia's victory chances are over, and right now Loki is going to overtake Nur-Loser probably. He has the ERS power, but Nur-Loser has the ERS, and this means he won't be overtaken. Luke tries to make a move on Frankenstein. That was a heavy move. The late launch, Frankenstein goes back on track. He pushed Luke into the grass, but still the Ferrari driver managed to get ahead. Yellow flags in sector 1, and this is a spin. There is a massive contact, and we can see Red Bull of Trustmaker already being out of the track without any front wing. There's a massive... Okay! No one has retired, and we got it again. Well, I don't know what is this kind of call, of a strategy call by Bert Mailander, but you can see Trustmaker without completely a front wing. And who is going to pit for soft? This is the question. Because in place of Jesper, I wouldn't do that. Or anyone else. Instead the drivers have got the wing damage. But we've got a safety car. Again. For the second time this race. And who's going to the pits? Almost no one. From the top 3 at least. A collision between Jagiellonia and Julian may decide even the winner probably. Jesper, if Julian gets reported, Jesper can still win this. It's only 6 laps to go currently. Actually 5 and 2 sectors. No one is currently lapped. You can see Javier Trustmaker, Maxro all pitting. V19 and Champ, are they doing to do the same? Because Champ is on soft tires, I would pick for new ones if he has one. Well, this is came to a piece of a race right now. There is an SC, and this means we might have an epic end. Like, I don't want to say it will be like Italy, but still. Jagiellonia, we need to count that 5-second time penalty. Sam, okay, the access is out, so never mind. But remember, Jagiellonia has a 5-second time penalty for resetting the track. We saw that. We cannot deny this fact. But Jesper is on faster compound than Julian, and Julian has a 20 lap old hards. And Jesper is on 10 laps mediums. Well, we have one more lap behind Bert Mailander. Bert Mailander has taken the lead of the race, and he's going to have it for one more lap only probably. And Bert Mailander is going for another lap in the lead of the race in ERO F1. His drive is so impressive. We didn't expect that with a kind of a slow car he can make it, and he's doing it. Of course, I'm joking. We need to do something during this cooldown. But the last 5 drivers only have decided to go on mediums. Oh, so sorry. This equals Mikulic, if you hear me, you can already announce it, because it's like the decision that is surely done. They see a McLaren at the front? No, it was just Julian with a very similar car to the McLaren team. We're waiting for V19, who again has chances to reclaim the points, and as you can see, He's not lagging anymore. This is the success. For 31 laps he hasn't lagged by even a single bit. Now he's trying to go with Max. Okay. As soon as we have everyone back to the queue, I guess it will be the restart. 4 last laps of racing or 3? 4. Already 5-second lap penalty for Champ. And Champ, does Trust make his chances ruined? Let's see. Does he have wing damage? No. He almost tried to do wanted Vettel to Hamilton, but where's the chick to the front? Jesper can get a podium. This is his probably only chance. Julian is going very slow. Now he pushes, and it's restart now. Julian stays in front. He now accelerates, and Jesper has a chance to at least get second place. Patrick will have to fight Yagishan wheel to wheel into turn 1, and who's going to be ahead? It's going to be AlphaTauri. But Yagishan goes around the outside, will have better exit, and I'm probably right, they are going wheel to wheel. And now Patrick has the inside line, but then we have the inside line for Yagishan, and they're continuing the wheel to wheel battle. And can the Williams go ahead? Yes, he does! Into third place. Julian first, Jesper second, Yagishan third, Patrick fourth, then we have Fred Houseman, no loser. We have already a factor second to 8th Champ out of the battle. No loser tries to overtake Houseman for the 6th place. Will switch to the front because Yagishan has to overtake Jesper, even though their tires are exactly the same, because the same age of 12 laps. Maybe Jesper's tires are 1 second older, or actually 4/10 of a second older. Luke is massively spinning, and this, you know what it means. It means no matter what happens, Maxer is doing it. Meanwhile, I won't be checking Champ because you can see that Yagishan is very close to Jesper. I meant to check Champ's damage if there is. He doesn't go to the pit, so probably or minor or known. Unknown damage. Meanwhile, Yagishan tries to go down the side. He stays behind safely. This is the moment where it decides if Yagishan can still overtake Julian, because Julian is on 23 laps old hard tires. I don't think they're worn enough to explode and for Julian to get a puncture. Yagishan gets the 3-second time penalty. And you know what it means? It means that he might be even out of podium without the reset to track penalty. Stays on the third. Is he going to overtake Jesper? He says I give up and stay on the third. I mean, he'll probably go for that second place. It's going to be second last lap. Julian, exactly like George in Italy, is way ahead of everyone. And Red Bull is involved in this battle. Okay, no more comparisons to Italy, okay? No more comparisons to S3. Because it's second last lap. There's DRS enabled. Can Jesper defend his second place on track? Because this is where the podium is decided. Champ gets the fastest lap of the race, gets the 1 additional point. But there's also Luke pitting. And we'll have to battle for that 1 point. Luke will not get the championship anyway. It's over. No matter what. Everyone should have got crashed into turn 4 if Luke wants still to be in the championship battle. Even Max has to be crashed out. But this won't happen. Still Loki chases no loser. Still it doesn't work. Still Yagishan is on the third. Now Jesper is so he locked up a bit, but this is his only chance this season. Champ with the 3-second time penalty. And now Jagiellonia has DRS. He got a way better exit than Jesper. And can he make it to second place? No, he doesn't. It's the last lap of the race. Julian is around 3 seconds ahead. But remember about that incident with Jagiellonia. And about the time penalties. Jagiellonia seems to be faster than Jesper. Is he going to go down the inside? Not this time. But he's way faster. There was a contact. And Jagiellonia unfortunately has no wing damage. As right now, into turn 5 we go. There's still no overtakes. But where Jagiellonia is going to send it? Max through with the 3-second time penalty. Jagiellonia is still faster and faster. He's chasing Jesper. Did Max get another penalty in a row, or I don't know what happened? Meanwhile, can he make it? Simply. Julian is 3 seconds ahead. He's way too far. But at least the second place without the penalty for resetting to track. As right now, Finite and Wilson both with the time penalties. I don't know how it will finish at the end, but currently Julian is winning Hungarian Grand Prix. Crossing the line first. Let's see if Jesper can outscore him. He did it, he also got more penalties, and he's out of the podium because you can see Patrick is second. What is going on with this table? Lipanov lucky to get the point. Jagiellonia will have 5 seconds penalties to also promote recovery to points positions. But these results, how is that possible? Patrick is on the second place. Brett for the first time and F1 division is third on the podium. Nuruzer fourth, another great result made by the Williams driver. Loki fifth, Drakenstein sixth. Jesper, who had the only chance to get the podium probably in these 13 races, is P7. Okay, I don't say anything. Basically, that is a piece of the race, and Brett from last place is getting driver of the day by the game. Julian for the first time wins. Patrick for the 4th time this season is second. He's so unlucky. He probably is dreaming about getting at least one victory. No, Drakenstein is P6. Like, come on, what are you talking about? There will be incidents. But come on, this deserves a like. This deserves a like. I'm reminding you for the 15th time today. But we have Julian as the victor, as the mighty victor of the race. Then we have Patrick. Then we have Brett. Then we have Nuruzer, Loki, Drakenstein, Jesper. With only one stop. 7th to top 5. Axe, Jagiellonia and Lipanov. You can see what would happen if Jesper haven't got any penalties. Like, it was very close for Patrick. Around the second. And remember about Julian and Jagiellonia's incident. I'm talking about it for around 15th time. In like 10 minutes. But still. Press conference will be very soon. But I forgot about one most important thing. Championship battle is over. It's over. Definitely over. Max Rowe wins ERO F1 Championship right now. No matter what happens. Because both Luke and Brad and Max got no points. This only means one thing. Okay, never mind. Luke got the point for the fastest lap. But still, Luke cannot do anything about it. At the best, he'll be 20 points behind. And okay, we have the next track for the season, because Nizo has done the calendar. Okay. But now let's invite drivers to the press conference, because it was a piece of a race in Hungary. Well, first I will invite the top 3, and then we'll start the conference with the champion. The champion of the world, like Lewis Hamilton. First it's Patrick, then Brett and Julian. Where is Brett? This happened. Maxer is the champion. And nothing can prevent that. Even if he has put it to the blacklist, but I don't want it. It wasn't a lucky race for him, but he still has done it. I have invited people to the conference. Then we will start the one with Max. I cannot forget about it. But this, of course, Maxer wins it. Maxer is the mighty winner. I'm waiting for drivers to join the conference. Where is Julian? Where is Patrick? And where is Brad? Okay, we're waiting. I'm reminding them about this fact. Okay, there are people writing on the chat. We'll just wait. We will just... Okay, we don't have to wait anymore. Because we have the winner of the race.
Hello. Yes. First race and yeah, we won. Really happy with that.
How's that Italian guy named in 1961 who won his debut?
Yep, I'm here. Sorry, yeah, I had to take a call.
Congratulations to all of you. I guess you were very much.
Question mark challenge went quite well.
A redemption day for you. A redemption day for you, Brett.
It's such a shame. If it wasn't for Jesper being unable to pull away from Patrick, I don't quite know how he wasn't able. There he is. But if you Jesper, seriously, I don't understand. Patrick, well done for keeping with Jesper.
Hello, thanks.
If it wasn't for Jesper keeping you in DRS,
yeah.
I think I would have won on penalties.
Yeah, I saw you had just 2 warnings, so yeah.
Well, it was a piece of a race, and I need to ask you if for the first 20 laps you were kind of bored because people were writing boring race.
Yeah.
I was quite bored.
The hards were pretty decent though. At the end of the race, I pulled the gap like 3 seconds. It was pretty nice on those hards.
Yeah, who was in second at that point? Was it Jesper?
No, it's Patrick.
Oh, no, wait, no, because Patrick, it was Jesper, wasn't it? Or was it Yagizan?
Yeah, the Turkish guy. Yeah.
It was Yagizan after the penalties. It was Patrick, and the third was Jesper. I don't know.
Did you guys pit at the safety car?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Probably no one has done except the soft runners. Well, disaster is for Mercedes and Ferrari, but this isn't the topic. How are you feeling in this redemption day, Brad?
I finally had a race where nothing went wrong. Is this what it feels like?
Well, it will promote you a bit in the championship standings.
I don't know. Yeah, I decided because I was like, I don't know, starting near the front evidently doesn't work, so I'm just going to not do qualifying and start last and see what happens. And, yeah.
Wojtinho master plan worked. Anyways, I need to mention one thing, Julian, because you have been the best out of the reserves this race, and Dux is retiring, you know what it means. If you are here, of course.
Yeah.
You got a Racing Point full-time seat.
Is that true?
No, it's a lie, you know, it's a joke.
No, no. Well, I'm pretty happy with that one. Thanks, man.
Uh,
Yeah, well, it was real fun with that Turkish guy. He was pretty fast. So yeah.
Yeah, I just got
Yeah.
first stint. I was completely stuck behind Houseman as the third man in a train, and then the second half of the race, it was Jesper that was too slow.
all right. Do I have any more questions? Because the champion before the champion sits in. Okay, don't leave. But I need to tell you about what were your strategy, and Julian, how did you keep that soft hard stint? Same as probably Patrick.
Well, the softs, they were really shit, in my opinion, but yeah, the hards they were so decent. I could keep them for like 30 laps or something. It was just so good. Yeah, at the end I had like 50% wear or something, so it was a great tire to drive on. I don't know what the guys behind me did. 2 stops, I think. But yeah, the hards were pretty decent. So yeah.
Well, I just wanted to realize that Hausman is out of the points.
Oh, is he actually? Oh wow.
Yeah,
Not
he
without
had,
penalties.
he had many penalties.
Well, that's the case. Alright, I'm going to ask you about the driver of the day in your opinion. Except yourself, of course. So, for example, Brett cannot vote Brett.
Who would I say is driver of the day? Jesper had a good race. He started pretty much. He started alongside
Last.
me at the back of the.
Someone started last.
I started last.
Yeah. Well.
Jesper started alongside me at the back. Yeah.
Yeah. Those safety cars got me stressing, man.
Meanwhile, after that question, I want to tell you about the driver standings so far. So, yeah, you know, Max is getting it. Then we have Luke on the second place with 133. Patrick is third, 125. Axel 110. Axel 93. Loki 68. Nurza 63. Champ 54. Vizzy 46. And Trust Mike 42. That's the current top 10.
Cool.
I told you, Max, Luke, Patrick, Axel, Loki, Nurluzer, Champ, Vizzy, Trust Mike.
That was the weirdest championship decider in the world.
Basically, all over the way we had deciders on the last race, because season 1 it was between Juan and Axe, season 2 between Luke, Jordi, Jesper, season 3 Max or Clausen, and also 5-way in the F2, and this time Max and Tobias are completely destroying their competitions. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Anyways, Patrick, how it feels to be full-time second? Are you thinking about finally winning something?
Yeah, I was thinking to win when Max moves to the wheel, but it's still hard because too many people are joining mid-season and they are really fast.
I have to also ask one more
Like
question.
Yagijan and Julian and so on.
I need to ask one more question.
Penalty, yeah, you would have been first.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah,
easy
but you didn't.
No.
One more question to Julian is about your incident with Yagijan. If you because we saw that, if you can rate it from your side.
ERS. What do you mean?
Around lap 25 to 30 it was between you and Yagijan. Yagijan was going well with you into the chicane and then he spun after contact.
Oh yeah, he made a mistake. He got on the grass, and I think that's the reason why he spun. Or maybe he touched me. I didn't really see it. I was in front though, I think so. I need to watch it back. Well, he got on the grass, so I think his tires were dirty. I don't know.
Alright, I think that's all of the questions for you. If you have any comments, then you can tell them. Let's say you have 1 minute.
I haven't got anything.
Because I need to say, it's not the end of the stream. Because the conference of top 3 has ended. Right now. Congratulations to you all. Well, let's see whoever decides to be nominated for Driver of the Day, for the Driver of the Week, to get 3 points to the recruitment standings. And I'll see you next week, you three, in Russian Grand Prix, where season 1 was crazy and season 2 beginning was crazy. We'll see what will happen this next week. Right now we finished the conference with top 3. Well, you have to do the party, unfortunately. And we will invite the champion. Okay, waiting for you to leave. See you.
GG, guys.
Okay. GG.
Okay, it is time. So invite the mighty championship winner. Well, let's see if you can hear people on the stream. Okay, wow, still waiting for the mighty champion. You know what, I have invited you. If that was possible to make some edit during the PS4 broadcast on share. But okay, I have something in the great colors, I guess. Where this customization, characters, and or let's see, car liveries. This is the Lotus one. This is my private. Okay, this is the ERO deemed one. Well, this is the best one. Okay, it's time to finally announce you officially as Caesar 4 ERO champion in F1 division. For the second time in a row. How it feels like. Third championship in general, second in a row in F1.
Feels great, honestly. The season was, I will not say easy, because there is always a bit of battle with some guys, and yeah, I really enjoyed this season. I was a lot in front, but yeah, that was funny to do, and it's always good to be in this channel.
Also, I haven't checked the constructor standings. But even
ask me the question, and I don't know where, so.
Well, I guess you also are doing pretty well in the constructor standings. I don't know if you are winning the constructors championship, so let me calculate it before I do. No, 1 point for Ferrari also, and Renault got 8 today. Okay, 45, 45, 45, 45. Renault cannot win. Well, the battle is on, but if you could have scored 2 more points, you would have got it, the constructors championship. Now AlphaTauri will take second place in the standings, but it's just a fun fact. Okay, never mind. Well, I need to ask you, I don't want to ask you about this race, but what happened?
I'm in the I am with the wheel, so it's complicated. I will level up, but for the moment, so yeah, I battle for the 10th place, and yeah, it should be interesting to the end of the season if I can score some good points, and yeah, I hope I will.
I need to ask you if you are going to do last to first challenge right now, because you told us.
With the pad, I could do it, but I think I shouldn't train myself with the wheel. So I don't know. I think I will drive with the wheel to the end of the season. Or
So normal qualifying?
Maybe yeah, normal qualifying. Maybe from Brazil, the last race of the season, I will do that. But for the moment, I will just drive with the wheel to be better for the next season, and maybe play another title with the wheel.
Alright. Another question is about 9 consecutive series wins. If you could describe from Vietnam to Spain, which one were the hardest, which ones were the easiest for you?
I don't know, honestly. I think the most hardest was Spain, because I win by 1/10 with the penalty, and I was just pushing so hard to the end, because Champ could win the race. So yeah, very difficult to the end. And the most easily, I don't know, honestly. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember when it's too easy. So yeah. But I really enjoy the battle I had with the guys in the traffic. So yeah.
Alright. Our next question will be about Axel. If he didn't stop racing, do you think you would still be in danger of not getting the championship?
I think yes. I think I will. I should not have the championship on this race, but I don't know. I'm in front of him if F1 CL, so I don't know what you can script the past and the future. So I don't know what kind of thing could happen with him. So maybe a closer championship at the end. So I don't know.
Alright. What else I can say? Because I mean, 9 wins in this season plus 4 wins or 5 in season 3 and another one in season 2 makes you beat absolute records of this league. Most race wins, biggest gap, most points of all time. Well, that's a lot to talk about.
Am I a legend of Euro?
Are you still asking this question?
I think yes, but
because we told already so many times. Here is the driver with esports potential.
No.
Well, you are very close. I need to say 1 month with a wheel and we'll talk about it again.
I'm very happy of this day because I catch Gil in another league, so I'm very happy of this day.
So basically 5 more minutes, is that possible?
Yeah.
Another question. Are you a fan of Lewis Hamilton? Am I right, or who?
Of course, I'm fan of Lewis Hamilton.
How it feels like to win the championship in the same day as him?
That's very great. I just love this guy. What is he doing? He's so beautiful. Honestly, I can't describe what is he do. So yeah, I'm very happy to do that the same day of him. That's not the same value, but yeah, that's always nice to do that.
And for now, I guess you have the race in the couple of minutes, but I will stay with you. If you could pick the driver who you had the best battle with so far.
I think with Vilzu we have a very good battle in a lot of track, actually. Yeah, I very like the how he defend his position and how he overtakes the guys. So yeah, I really like fight with him.
Well, this was a piece of a season for you, and this still is. Because right now you have the claimed championship, and this is such a beautiful moment. You are the first one to not win it in the last race of the season.
Oh.
Because everything else was done in the last race of the season. The season 1 was Japan, the season 2 was Brazil, the season 3 was with you in Brazil again.
Yeah.
This time no discussion, you won it in Hungary.
Yeah, five races before the end of the season. Four, I think.
4 races to go.
Yeah, still 4 races.
How is still collaboration with Axe during the season? How was the teamwork of Mercedes?
There is no teamwork, honestly. We crashed in Australia because
I didn't want to mention that one.
He wanted to be the front driver, and when he saw I was like 5 tenths in front of him, he said okay. So yeah.
He wanted to fight you.
Yeah, at the start of the season he wanted, but yeah, he did too many errors in this season. I think against today I think he broke his front wing on a crash, and
I saw that.
Yeah. And Axe I think Axe could be second at the championship without all this error, but it's not at this time. So
he still has a chance, like 40 points of loss.
Yeah.
To look. It's still possible.
But, yeah, it's still possible, but honestly, I know him, and I think it's impossible. But everything is possible.
Alright. I guess I have no more questions. Massive congratulations for you. About the trophy, I will send that after the season.
Yeah, don't worry about
I wonder if it will come before the Christmas, but still.
Okay.
If you ask about the car on the background, which is currently on the screen, it's my Euro themed car. Because I have also the Palace and the Lotus, but that's just a fun fact. But this one is the ER1, which I'm using currently on Rankeds. But about Max, massive congratulations. And I guess, will we see you next week on the press conference on the podium?
I don't think.
Well, some people hope to. But this time, I want to talk about your next league race, so...
Yeah, thank you.
I think it's time to finish the conference and the stream with the champion of Season 4. May I call your real name?
What? No?
Your real name, like real
Maxim.
name.
Maxim.
Yeah, Maxim Rodriguez. He is your champion of Season 4. With 261 points currently. And right now, we are going to finish. Remember to leave likes and subscribes, and also to advertise the league, because you can see how many beautiful moments can happen in this league. And we will see you next week in Russian Grand Prix. F3, F2, PC and F1. Goodbye, and we will see you in the next race weekend. Goodbye.